Hello friends, welcome. This is Sagar Brade. We are discussing about electrical drives. In that, we are dealing with the control rectifier fed DC drives. In the previous session, we discussed about a single phase fully controlled rectifier control of DC separately excited motor. Today, we'll start with a single phase half controlled rectifier fed separately excited DC motor. You can see in figure, previously we had 4 thyristors T1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have 2 thyristors with 2 diodes. The drive circuit for half controlled rectifier control of DC motor is shown in figure here. In a cycle of input voltage source that is defined by Vs is equal to Vm sin omega t, the thyristor T1 receives the gate pulse from alpha to pi and T2 from pi plus alpha to 2 pi in the next half cycle. The motor terminal voltage and current waveforms for the dominant, discontinuous and continuous conduction modes are shown. In discontinuous conduction mode, when T1 is fired at alpha, motor gets connected to the source through T1 and D1. Therefore, VA will be equal to Vs when it is fired, when T1 is fired. The armature current flows and D2 gets forward biased at pi. Consequently, the armature current freewheels through the path formed by D1 and D2 like this. It freewheels, and the motor terminal voltage becomes 0. So, in this case the VA comes to 0. Conduction of D2 reverse biases T1 and turns it off. Armature current drops to 0 again, you can see at point beta, and it remains at 0 value until the T2 is fired, and T2 is fired at alpha plus pi at this instant. See, you can see IA is reached 0 at beta, and it is 0 only until the next thyristor, that is T2, is fired. Similarly, the continuous conduction mode is explained. Now, considering the discontinuous conduction, say a cycle of motor terminal voltage, it consists of say 3 intervals. What are those? First one is a duty interval, that is omega t ranging from alpha to pi. Here armature current is given by the previous equation as Ia omega t is equal to Vm by Z sine of omega t minus phi minus sine of alpha minus phi e raised to minus of omega t minus alpha cos phi minus e by Ra 1 minus e raised to minus omega t minus alpha cos phi. Now, for the second mode, that is freewheeling interval between pi to beta, operation can be explained using the equation IaRa plus La dIa by dt plus E is equal to 0. Now, solution to this equation can be written when Ia of pi taking as initial current gives the equation of I omega t as Vm by Z, this term, minus E by Ra, this term, second term. Next, the third interval, that is 0 current interval, omega t between beta to pi plus alpha, is when Ia of beta is equal to 0, the equation is written here, e raised to b beta cot phi, that is equal to Ia by Vm Ze sine of something plus sine of 5 e raised to pi cot phi minus sine of alpha minus phi e raised to alpha cot phi plus e raised to alpha cot phi. So by substituting this beta, we obtained the Va, and that Va, when we solve this integration, we get Vm 1 plus cos alpha plus pi plus alpha minus beta into E divided by pi. Now as we did in the previous case, we can write the equation for omega m as Vm 1 plus cos alpha k divided by k beta minus alpha minus pi Ra divided by k square beta minus alpha multiplied by t. Similarly, the boundary between continuous and discontinuous conduction is reached when beta is equal to pi plus alpha. Now substituting this pi plus alpha in the equation of zero current interval, we can get the value for critical speed omega mc, and this separates continuous conduction from discontinuous conduction for a given value of alpha, and that omega mc is written with the equation 5.92. For continuous conduction, the value of Va can be given as 1 by pi over the integration alpha to pi Vm sin omega t d omega t, and that is nothing but Vm by pi 1 plus cos alpha. And Vm equation can be written as Vm by pi k 1 plus cos alpha minus Ra by k square t. Using these two equations for continuous conduction and discontinuous conduction, we can draw the speed torque curves which are as shown in this figure. The no load speeds and no load speeds and operation of drive which operates in quadrant 1 only can be represented by equivalent circuit which has a half control rectifier which is connected to a motor which is running in anti-clockwise direction. In this speed torque curves of the single phase half control rectifier fed separately excited DC motor, you can see for torque 0 it is its speed is Vm by k, only the first term, and at alpha is equal to 0 degree, this is the curve, at alpha is equal to 90, second one, and alpha is equal to 120 degree. This is the boundary between discontinuous on the left and continuous conduction on the right of the boundary line. Now this is about the single phase half controlled rectifier which is used to drive the DC drives. In the next session, we will be discussing about three-phase fully controlled rectifier control of DC separately excited motor and three-phase half controlled rectifier control of DC separately excited motor. We will see its circuit diagram, its operation with waveform, and we will draw the speed torque curves of that particular drive with the necessary equations. Thank you.